So I may have to just wait it out another month and or just
my Facebook post asking the universe for a Vistaprint coupon code.
Oh no, there's always something out there for those. That's easy.
Yeah.
So
perfect. Cool. We're just wait a few more minutes and let everybody else kind of hop on. Hello, Mrs. Clarkin.
Hello, hello. Hi, Julie.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Barbara.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Fabulous.
What are you out today? Are we supposed to get crazy weather tomorrow or what? Hunkering down again?
Possibly.
I'm hoping school is on. It's always easier when school doesn't get canceled.
Yeah. True.
All right, so maybe we should get started because we want to really be respectful of everybody's time. So, hi, welcome to the social committee. You're all on it. Congrats.
Yay.
You get to be on it. You get to be on it. So, okay, so we're happy to have you all here. April and I have big plans for KW Social and Cultural, and our social calendar and community outreach is really only going to be as successful as the help of all of our committee. And so it's really, if somebody wasn't able to make this call today and you hear that they're interested in being anywhere within our social calendar and help with, tell them to plug in to April and I, and they're in. So, you know, a little bit I just want to share about myself, and then April will tell about her, is that my husband and I are, you know, partners here at Keller Williams, and we joined Keller primarily because of the social aspect. When we joined Keller 4 years ago, I mean, literally 2-3 days a week, there was a happy hour, there was a co-broke, there was a dinner, there was a holiday, and it was like a wow. And so being that we're so community-based and known for our downline and supporting each other, that starts with social for me. So that's a huge reason why we're here. And it's been really hard for us during COVID, not connecting and seeing so many people. And so we really want to bridge the gap and bring us all together in a safe way, but also in a together way. So April, why are you at Keller?
So I, because of Kim Trumba. So I went to Family Reunion 2 years ago as a guest. I've been an agent for 19 years, and I really just love the energy and the camaraderie of not just the Ridgefield and Stanford agents that I was exposed to during that, you know, 5-day Family Reunion convention, but really just the company as a whole. I joined 2 weeks before COVID and lockdown, so like, you know, kind of squashed everything. I think now that things are kind of opening up a little bit more, you know, with Kim and I still being very COVID conscious to people's comfort levels and that kind of stuff, we're really trying to bring a lot of, you know, good energy back into the office in person, as well as just do kind of different events. Like not every event that we're thinking about or that we're going to plan is going to be everybody's cup of tea. Not everyone's going to want to play paintball or axe throw or play mini golf. And not everyone's going to want to paint canvases or, you know, do something artsy or crafty. So we're really trying to hit like all aspects, as well as kind of, you know, sprinkle in there like all office events, like our Valentine's party. So really that's kind of what Kim and I are doing as the chairs of the social and cultural committees. So we're going to go through, you know, just a couple of general like housekeeping items of what our expectations are, of kind of having one of these 30-minute calls, you know, towards the end of each month. That's kind of like, you know, a layup to, hey, here's like our month at a glance. So that'll probably take us about 10 or 15 minutes. And then if you guys can hold your questions till the end, you know, then feel free to unmute yourself and ask us whatever you'd like. So our social committee meetings will be held the last Monday of every month. We currently have a calendar planned through the end of June. So kind of these first 6 months. So anyone that's on this call, as well as in our KW social committee Facebook page, we will send you guys out an email of what those dates are. In addition to those dates, Kim and I are also going to then host the last Tuesday of every month. We're going to host a Crush It call similar to what we did a few weeks ago. And again, it's just to kind of get everybody in the office excited about what's happening, you know, in the coming month. And if we have any holes of where we need somebody to kind of pick up the ball and run and kind of spearhead a new event, that'll be everybody's opportunity to do that.
Cool. And then in between the meetings, I don't know if anybody's familiar with the Facebook page. We have our KW203 Social Committee Facebook page. If you're not on it already, we'll be inviting you all that are on the call today. Please like that page. And that's really where we're thinking we could have a lot of our communication between meetings. So if somebody is working on something and they need help, you know, reach out there. And we're thinking that that might be a good communication way, especially if you don't already have the KW203 Facebook page. It's an awesome way of staying in touch with any needs you have in the office. A lot of people do utilize it, but it could be utilized more. And then what else? So now moving into February. So we have 3 things on the calendar right now that we really need help with, like right away. The first thing is we have the Valentine's Day party on Monday. So it's going to be in Stamford, February 7th, and it's going to be starting at 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And really we're thinking, you know, decorations, maybe some games. We have Tammy is going to be hosting with Tammy Teenies from Loan Depot. And then we also have our attorney partner. Her name is escaping me, April.
Attorney O'Donnell.
She's bringing desserts. So an invite already went out asking for everybody to bring, you know, everything from decorations to balloons to a side dish. So Debbie Ramneth has jumped up to say that she would be happy to spearhead, and she's looking for a couple volunteers that might be able to just help a little bit more with that. Is anybody available on Monday to kind of help set up, do whatever may be necessary on Monday in Stamford? I see a nod. Is that Julie?
Yeah, I'll be in the office. I have my script practice scheduled with somebody, so I can do after that.
Fantastic, Julie. Thank you.
And
So much.
I have a bunch of games at home. I can bring
Yay.
like Pictionary and charades, stuff like that. I have all of that stuff.
Love that. Yes,
And
yes, all that.
on this call, the method that we sent the e-bite out for was through a company called Punchbowl. It's different from Evite. So if for some reason anyone on this call is like, I haven't gotten anything for Monday yet, if you search the word Punchbowl, because Punchbowl is similar to Evite, but then it has an aspect of it similar to like a sign-up Genius, where you can say, bring these 10 side dishes, bring these 5 appetizers, who's bringing seltzer, who's bringing Coke, who's bringing, you know, water bottles. So just search for Punchbowl if you want to do that. So.
Now we're also going to be doing a community outreach every 2 months. And this month it's going to be a coat drive. We'll have boxes in every market center. And this is actually to sponsor a New York City called Midnight Run coat drive. It's actually near and dear to Margaret Kozlar's heart. She's been doing this for years, running coats into New York City for mostly the homeless. So if anyone has a new or gently used coat, warm, that'll be a huge help to somebody in need. And so every 2 months, we're going to be having a community outreach as well. And with every event we have, we'll be encouraging people to bring whatever items we're looking for. And then the gala, April has her big kickoff meeting this evening for the gala from 6 to 8. You want to tell us about that?
So tonight in the Ridgefield office, as well as on this Zoom room, from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. So I'm figuring I'll probably start the meeting somewhat a little bit closer to 7 on Zoom. We'll have the room open. I will stand in there to have my snacks and maybe enjoy a glass of wine, although I typically don't drink beforehand, just so I could be on, you know, when I have to put my little gala chairperson cap on. But I think this is really going to be a super unique opportunity for obviously the Ridgefield and Stamford market centers, but also Connecticut, Keller Williams agents in general. I am raising $100,000 for KW Cares. I'm really excited about the involvement that I already have with the West Hartford Market Center, as well as the Trumbull Market Center. And I'm likely going to reach out into the tri-state area. I'm actually also speaking directly with the person who is like Mo Anderson's like secondhand lady. Hoping to get some involvement from her, as well as some really fun, experiential Keller Williams live auction items. I'm putting out to the universe that I am going to get 30 minutes with Gary Keller, not me personally, like whoever wants to bid the highest for Gary Keller, but I am putting out to the universe that 30 minutes one-on-one with Gary Keller is going to be on our live auction item. So come tonight if you can. If not, I am going to record it as well. There are a few people that can't make it, but still want to get involved. And tonight's just going to be super casual, just letting people know all the different committees, signing up for committees, get creative, think outside the box as far as like silent log live auction items. Chris DiBiase is an amazing artist. And so I've already solicited him to make some sort of fun Keller Williams piece of art, you know, to be auctioned off that night. So I'm super, super excited about that. So it's really about just kind of thinking outside the box and, you know, utilizing the people in your life. It's also a great opportunity to reach out to clients as well. You know, even buying a table and inviting your top referral sources. It's going to be an amazing evening. So thank you all who have and will continue to support the event.
Cool. And then another last item, we had talked about doing like a sip and paint in the Ridgefield office in February. We were thinking maybe the last week in February because many are going to family reunion, which is the week before. We hadn't nailed down a date and we hadn't nailed down any details. If that is near and dear to anybody's heart and wants to jump up and do that, we're all ears. We could certainly also slide that to another month to give us a little bit more time. So that's just another kind of something we had on the calendar as a tentative. Anybody's interested in creating a paint and sip in Ridgefield? Thoughts?
I think that's a great idea. I really am. I think that's a lot of fun and would be welcome to helping out with that.
Yeah, fantastic. All right.
I just recently saw on Eventbrite where you can do sip and paint online, and it's like $15, but you have to buy your own supplies, of course. So we can have a teacher over Zoom.
Yeah. So I did look into one company. So Derek and Julie, I can even just talk to you about that as well. But yeah, it doesn't even have to be someone who comes in here. You know, we're doing it in Ridgefield because like Kim and I had mentioned, we're really going to try to like sprinkle each thing around to the different offices, you know, being Stamford, Westport, Ridgefield, and Newtown potentially as well, and or Danbury. One of the upcoming events that Kim's going to share with you is our co-broke that we're going to have in March. So you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so co-brokes are one of my favorite things that I miss the most. And what it means is money in your pocket because it's downline. So you have a really good relationship or an agent you just did a deal with, and you really want to kind of pass them off to Steve or Dan or Carlos. But so what we do is we do an open house, we do a happy hour. The first one we're going to do one in Newtown on March 1st, and then in Westport on March 3rd, which gives you the opportunity to go, you know, Monday to Newtown and Wednesday here in Westport, or one or the other. And basically we're going to create a little text slick or email that you can send out to your co-broke, just inviting them to come in and check out our beautiful new Westport luxury office. And it gives you an opportunity to be amongst your peers and have a great casual night. And also, hey, there's Steve and Carlos and Dan to introduce you and welcome you to Keller and explain and make a follow-up meeting. I've recruited at least 3 agents this way through co-brokes. So it's a super cool thing. And we're going to do at least 2 or 3 or 4 of these this year. So
yeah, we're going to try to do at least a quarter. So what we're going to do is do Newtown and Westport 1 quarter. And we're going to do Stamford
and Ridgefield
the other. And we're going to do it, you know, again, like within the same week. And because we're hitting all 4, you know, market and business centers, I think it's a really great opportunity to kind of go through, especially now that we're kind of at the beginning of the year, you know, go through all of your transactions and your co-brokes from 2021. And I think the other nice thing is I don't know anyone else who's doing this. I had never heard about it before until Kim kind of brought it to my attention. And I think the other good thing is I remember being somewhat like scared to go to family reunion 2 years ago because I was with William Pitt. And like, I didn't want people to like tell people I was there. And it was super like hush hush for me. I even refused to like share rooms with anybody from the office because I just wanted to be like incognito. And I think the nice thing about the co-broke is it's everybody, you know, so even if someone kind of gives you that as an objection, you could be like, oh no, there's like tons of Coldwell Banker agents coming. Everyone's coming from Berkshire Hathaway. Like, it's just literally who people in the office, you know, had, you know, a transaction with. And I think the other thing is, you know, especially with COVID and technology, you never get to see the other person anymore. Like, buyers and sellers like aren't sitting at the attorney's table on closing date and actually like shaking hands anymore. So it's also, you know, an opportunity to see someone face to face and kind of put, you know, a voice to the face type of thing.
Yeah. And then lastly, I think it's just, look, this is all about how we can support you guys in creating an amazing social calendar. So if you guys are, if something's near and dear to your heart, if there's a you know, an outreach program that's important to you, you know, we're all ears, and really it's going to be, let's get it on the calendar and you run with it. We find you the support to do it. So that's sort of how this works. I mean, we've just kind of sketched out the year, but we're really excited for everybody's input. So anybody have any questions, any ideas?
We covered it all.
That's it. Look at that. We're so organized. Silva, you must have something to add.
I'm thinking Michelle Sperry's going to unmute.
How'd you know? I was pushing the button as you said it.
Yeah.
I literally was pushing the button as you said it. So there's two things. I want to do a chocolate and whiskey tasting night, and I want to do a karaoke night.
Yes and yes.
Yes.
So when
I'm in. Whiskey,
yeah,
I'm in.
Doesn't that sound good? Like a whiskey tasting?
Yeah.
So, and only because I'm selfish and live in Weston, I probably will want to do events in Westport. It's just easier for me because I have kids and running around. I'd rather do Westport. So when you're looking for a month with an event, you know, where you want to put it in Westport for a location, those are two events I'd love to do this year. I have a karaoke machine and lights and, you know, can really make that festive. And I was thinking maybe like a disco theme. And really like have a fun night. Like, it should be a night when you don't have something else to do after.
Right. I love it.
Maybe not after the whiskey one either, if you like whiskey. We might have to Uber.
And another thing to offset costs is that, you know, we have 3 mortgage partners. So like Tammy is going to be hosting Valentine's Day. Westport Mortgage is going to host the first Westport co-broke. And so when we have our attorney as well, other than those, and then we have guaranteed rate, except for those 4 partners who actually pay a lot of money to support our market centers to offset our costs as agents. We're also open-minded to other people. So if there's an inspector that you have that wants to offset prices, like, I think we could all get creative, and not only that, but kind of co-broke the event with another business. Like, I love that too, to bring in other businesses into our world to kind of work together.
Well, the whiskey one, oh shoot, I forgot to unmute. I'm sorry, was I supposed to mute back up again? The whiskey one, I was thinking, depending on how much time I have in advance, you know, I thought it would be great for us to go, or I could go, I have no problem doing it, to just a couple of, alcohol stores. It's just, a lot of them are funny now about donating. You know, they put like laws and stuff into place. So I don't know how exactly that will work, but I thought in conjunction with the whiskey one, you know, we could do some sort of a raffle, or there's a lot of really fun games with alcohols. And then the karaoke one, well, for any of these events, are we supposed to cover the cost for it, or is there like a nominal donation to attend, or how does that part work?
Well, I think it's, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kim, I think it's kind of up to whomever. So like, for example, for the paint night, you know, unlike the, you know, obviously Julie mentioned the one that she found was like $15, but I think on average, most people who have attended a paint night understand it's like a $35 to like $45 night. So I think we could do something like, hey, come attend, it's $20 for the agent, but oh, Westport Mortgage is going to offset the cost and they're going to donate the other $20. You know, so I think we can kind of do something like that. Just another quick side note to piggyback on what Kim just said, just so that everyone, in the Zoom room, it's my understanding that as far as like mortgage partners are concerned, that's like the one and only thing that we cannot invite outsiders into. Mm-hmm. I believe if there's another attorney, because I think Attorney O'Donnell is only affiliated really with like the Stanford preferred, but obviously other people, kind of use who they use. Mm-hmm. But as far as like she mentioned, like a building inspector, a septic inspector, my guess would be like Durango Insurance could be a co-host if Fabian be a co-host.
A home stager.
Right, a home stager if you give them, like I give my photographer a lot of money, you know what I mean, and a lot of business. So if they wanted to, like photographer kind of goes hand in hand with like a paint and sip night. I know that Suzanne is a photographer and she has an amazing, side business where she actually is a home and real estate photographer as well, just to kind of throw that out there for everybody on the call. So, if we kind of tapped into like our community too, like even with the whiskey, like, is there someone in the 600 people that's in our immediate KW family that is a like whiskey connoisseur, or they know somebody who would come in and do it gratis, or, make a donation because we want to sell raffle tickets for $1 each. Have that go to something.
For the breweries.
You need to hit the distributors instead of the liquor places. You need to hit the distributors. They're the ones that are going to donate more of the liquor. Like right. Michelle, what's her last name? The one that has the 2 kids that are Gregory's and Matthew's age. Giuliani works for one of those accounts, and she's in marketing.
Yeah.
So you want to hit more of the distributors than a liquor store.
Right. Or both. Yeah.
And you want to hit those people for any kind of donations versus a store for donations. Yeah. You're going to get more out of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks, love.
Another thing I also want to piggyback on too is that, KW Cares is really our charity as an organization. And so in the past, whenever we have an event like that, a portion of the money, even if the sip and paint or that goes towards KW Cares, especially with this big $100,000 goal towards the gala, I love that we collect throughout the year for KW Cares, because that's also our charity. So that's kind of always part of the event, just to keep that in mind, even if it's a couple dollars per person too. And there's always a jar on the counter at any of our Crowbrooks or anything that this is, KW Cares is our charity. Yes.
Because there is an aspect of KW Cares that the Market Center is responsible for when someone within our organization is a recipient of help from KW Cares.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tama, you have a thought?
Yeah, I have a question. I know for our local KW Cares, we don't get donation receipts, but I'm thinking for like the big gala and everything, if people are going to give good money, can we make sure we get receipts for
oh no, people? Like I've had several one-on-one meetings with the CEO of KW Cares. So everything for that event is running through KW Cares, other than the actual like cost of your ticket. The ticket itself will not be tax deductible, but everything else would be. So hypothetically, like one of my, everyone will learn about this tonight, but I have sponsorships that range from, $75 if it's just an ad in the program, to the platinum dinner sponsor is $15,000, and you get 3 tables. So you get 30 tickets with that. So you're taking the 30 tables, so what, 15 times 10, so it's 1,500 each, 4,500. So you're able to claim $10,500.
Cool.
Because above and beyond, so that's like the sponsorship money versus the actual cost of the ticket to attend the event, because obviously the ticket pays for your meal, the DJ, the auctioneer, decorations, like the actual like cost of the party.
Awesome.
Yeah, but everything else is 100% tax deductible.
Now we did
the program, the sponsor, like that kind of stuff, all 100%.
Now we did have a question yesterday come in, And that is that the coat drive that we're doing is not a tax thing. So somebody called in to Marty yesterday here, and Marty Lamenta, by the way, is all about social. So if anybody needs help from Marty throughout the process of planning an event, she's amazing. She's our receptionist here in Westport. But she had a call in asking if, if this is a non-for-profit. We're not a non-for-profit right now. So April, I don't know if that could help with the coat drive. I'm thinking not. We can't give somebody a receipt for giving a coat, right?
I don't think so.
So I would just assume that it's really more like a go look at your closet and bring coats you're not wearing and then go buy one.
Hey, Kim.
Yeah.
Kim, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so what you can do if you get that question, go into Midnight Run, and there is a tax deductible form in Midnight Run that you can fill out what you've donated. So it's right on their website. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know, Marty. Thank you, sweetheart.
I'm happy we're talking about that. Sorry, I just had a call with a buyer. Did you guys broach the topic of potentially using the Midnight Run to coincide with door knocking?
We haven't, but
I'm happy you guys are doing the Midnight Run. I am definitely going to go out and door knock and use the Midnight Run. And it's killing two birds with one stone, guys. You're offering some value to your potential clients and giving back at the same time. So food for thought for the agents on the call.
I love that. So Derek, maybe print out some of those forms from the website Marty was talking about, so then you can hand those to the people who are knocking.
That's a great idea.
I love that. I love that. Those are the kinds of things we want to make, please, all of this can be social media worthy. You get to blast your event that you do, that you're a part of. I mean, it shows that we're a community. And, I see Debbie Ramness is on the phone now. Hi, Debbie. I don't know if she can hear me.
Oh, Silva, your hands up too.
Yeah.
Because you're excited to talk, Silva. Put them up, girl. Unmute yourself.
John was first.
Okay. I can't see everybody, so I can't see anyone's hands. Thank you for all being courteous.
Yeah, I was going to say that I still work at Sign of the Whale over in Stamford and Harbor Point. And my best friend is the event coordinator. I've been there for going on 2 years now. So if you guys need a place to potentially do like a co-broke or anything, I still work there. So I know everyone there.
Let's plan the Stamford one there. That would be awesome.
The Whale.
My question was, John, you're everywhere. You're in K Jewelers. You're in Sign of the Whale. You have a podcast. What else?
So I actually left K Jewelers. I had to leave the jewelry industry to make more time for real estate.
I see. All right. Well, welcome to real estate. So my question is for you guys, do you have a flyer that actually I can see in writing what we are advertising to help me picture and envision and be more creative?
Sure. For like an example of an event
that and also for the gala, like an example for an event and also for the gala, so I know how to advertise.
Yes, I can do one for the gala. For the gala, like right now I have forms, but I am working on a save the date, and I will have that readily available in a format that people can text and email each other as well, but everybody will be getting a save the date for the gala for sure.
Yeah, because think about it. I mean, I'm coming from the perspective of organizing my own client event. I do need some kind of template so I can share it with people, so I can briefly attract their attention and tell them why am I reaching out and what I expect from them and what they're going to get from it.
Yeah. I think what'll be a good one for that, Silva, is when we push out the slick that we're going to make for the co-broke in March.
It'll be easy to text to your co-brokes or email, inviting them for a happy hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we also, Marty made a beautiful, for the Midnight Run coat drive. There's a flyer on that already that went out last week. And that's also on our KW 203 social Facebook page. And anybody that was late to the call, that's going to be a really critical place to friend, is the to join the group, which is the KW 203 Social Committee Facebook page, because between our monthly meetings, which, just to recap, will be the last Monday of every month moving forward, the same 3 to 3:30. In between our meetings, certainly you can text April and I anytime, but that's going to be the place where we're going to really be putting up all the information and to share with each other if we're looking for help. So that's going to be a really critical page for our information moving forward.
Yeah.
So Debbie, you do have a helper for your Valentine's Day, Julie Gale. Anybody else that's going to be at our Valentine's Day party next Monday at 3? I'm going to be there. April's going to be there.
Yep.
We're hoping to see all your shining faces because it's our first big event and it's a big deal because it's been a long, long time in coming. All right, it's 3:31. Anybody have any follow-up questions, thoughts? Feel free. We've really covered all the content and we appreciate your time. If anybody wants to stay on, feel free. It's meant to be a brainstorm session too of just fun people.
Yeah,
I just have one question. I'm sorry, John. I'm just curious, what's in the Tammy Teeny?
Hopefully alcohol. No, it's like a Cosmo, I think. Yeah.
It's going to be delicious and red. That's all I know.
Make some mean cocktail. That's why she's chosen for that.
Monday. We're red.
I also would like to offer you guys, if you need testimonial from somebody, I'm an amazing testimonial for KW Cares contributions. I've been helped twice in crisis. Yes. So you can use me.
Thank you.
That. Thank you, Silva.
I appreciate that.
Actually, I guess I'm on the same page for your for the gala. If you're looking for testimonials, we have been helped too from the Scotty Fund. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's awesome. Good to know. And John,
then can I have the email for the coats for the midnight run? I missed that email or website.
Marty, can you pop the email in the chat of where they can go to get that donate for the tax exemption? Thank you.
And then John, I think the sign of the whale is the perfect place for the Stanford Cobra.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, everyone is very warmed up there.
We've had events there before and it's just a great bar.
Yes.
Yeah. Great
idea.
Because it's all windows and like we've had we had a great event there about probably 3 years ago.
Yeah, and the menu is awesome. I mean, and the people are used to us there. I mean, I feel home when I go there. You know,
John, in fact, if you could help spearhead that, and maybe because typically what we'll do is whoever is going to be we'll have to find who's going to support that. You know, typically at a co-broke, we always have little snacks like appetizers, little bite-sized stuff. So be thinking about that for the next quarter. But I would love to, you know, have it where you're at, and that would be great.
Definitely, yeah. And I been working there for a while, so I got all the ins on the menus and
great
everything. And I was also going to say, I'm attending the Valentine's Day a little late, but I can help with cleanup.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Awesome.
We love that.
Excellent. All right, good.
Cool.
Guys, one quick question. Who should we look for that the email comes from? Is it like one person that is emailing all of us, or so that we don't miss?
Yeah, I'm thinking it'll probably come from Kim and I. We really wanted to have this, you know, the KW 203 Social Committee Facebook page already has, I think it's just shy of like 30 people on it. And then if there's anyone on this call that has not yet been added, we're going to add that. So those like 30 core people of you know, who's kind of raised their hand, or either through, you know, the Crush It call that Kim and I hosted, or some of the things that we've posted in the KW 203, we will just start emailing those 40 people. If more and more people join, great. I think an email from Kim and I at least once a month is what will kind of go out. We may even do something as far as like minutes from this meeting, so everyone knows. And then, you know, but again, I think that the Facebook page, you know, kind of helps because people can collaborate. You can just go there if, you know, you're like, oh, what was the date on that? And then obviously email is easy to kind of search up a keyword to see if you missed something as well. Does that sound fair, Kim?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you guys okay with the Facebook? Does that feel like okay as a place to communicate? Like I'm on Facebook all the time. I see it right away. I mean, it's second to text for me, so it's super visible.
I'm a Facebook junkie.
Okay. All right. We're trying to just keep it like to something easy that's not going to get lost in like an email. Like an email to me gets lost so easily. But as far as design and art and stuff, that's going to be coming from Marlon, like he typically sends out for the office, or Shy, you know, or Marty, or it'll go out to all agents as well. But it'll always be on our Facebook page.
Yeah. Like one of the next tasks that Kim and Marla and I are doing is this slick for the co-brokes, you know, with dates, locations. Like the Newtown office is pretty small. So the one that we're doing there on March 1st, we're actually going to have that marketplace. Andy Sachs is pretty good friends with the owner. So we're going to host it there. You know, Westport has a great flow to it, Stanford, you know, Ridgefield, you know, having people up front in the window and that kind of stuff. You know, or Stanford hosting it at Sign of the Whale. You know, we're kind of open to either. It doesn't, no, whatever makes sense. You know, one time we hosted at a restaurant, another time we hosted in the office, but we really want to make sure that we hit all 4 of those target areas. You know, because we all sell real estate all over the state, you know, so if we can invite people to kind of come down and socialize, you know, if you had a closing in Norwalk, like in my mind, you're not inviting that co-broke from Norwalk to Newtown. You're going to invite them to Stanford or Westport. And it also gives everybody an opportunity that if they can't make one or something came up, you could say, oh, we're going to have one next month anyway, so you can just come to that. So, you know, we're really trying to do that to help utilize, you know, the other committees of the ALC as well, and really help people grow their downline and profit share and, you know, have that passive income.
April, I forgot, if you're going to take minutes, I just want to put this out there in case I miss another meeting. I don't want to forget the Reading Roadhouse. I don't know if you know where the Reading Roadhouse is. So my neighbor and good friend is the manager there. And I just went to a wine tasting, a private one at his home. And so the guy who did the wine tasting, I'm also very good, like friendly with. And I bet that they would do a wine tasting there for one of the, I think that'd be fun for a co-broker.
Yeah.
I
okay.
That idea. And I know the owners there, Michelle, actually. Mike and I did an American Dream episode. So we know Aaron and we know, I forget his name, but
So do you know Karam, the man? Yeah. So Karam's like I'm looking at his house. His dog runs in my house every day. And Josh does the wine tasting. So I just had a private one with those guys. So I thought that might be kind of just where you were talking about different locations. That might be kind of a neat place to pull like Newtown and people to get over there. I just didn't want to forget to say it if you're going to do minutes, April.
Thank you.
I think that the second time we do Newtown, maybe we do it there, because that's a really great idea. And we did a great event there after Mega Camp last summer out in the deck, the patio we have.
And all outside, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, that to me, like that can even be something that we do when we do like an all agent thing. You know, we don't have to always all agent because, you know, we've got Valentine for this month. We have St. Patrick's Day slated for March, and that's going to be in Westport. And then in April, we have a spring fling slated field. And then May, we have Red Day. You know, so Red Day is going to be like wherever we all decide to go and volunteer. And then June, we just kind of said, you know, a KW summer party, but we just don't have like that location.
We should do that at the beach.
That could work too, or the lake.
Like a luau, like, you know what I mean? Something outside and fun, like a luau or a retro. You know, my daughter's in college, so they always have these crazy themes like, you know, winter in Aspen. And I mean, if you want good themes, look at the sorority and frat parties.
Yeah, I was also thinking about the beach, and I'm glad you brought it up, Michelle. And we have done several events in the Cove Park. So
yeah.
Cove Beach is good. Yeah. That's a great
yeah,
event.
it is very, very suitable. And the atmosphere there is used to the parties. Yeah. And yeah, I greatly encourage something like this.
Oh, perfect.
For the one thing and the Valentine party, is there like a committee? I know I came on late, who's gonna be you know, together helping out?
So I have in the punch bowl, which is the invitation that was sent out, I do have, it's like a potluck. So it says like who's bringing what appetizers, who's going to bring what decorations. I'm planning on being in Stamford all day that day. So I'm just going to work out of Stamford. So I will be there for setup. If you need help, Julie said she would help set up as well. Okay. In charge of, you know, a signature cocktail. The attorney is bringing the dessert. So everyone who comes, we're hoping is going to bring a dish. And then Don Mendez just said that he would help with cleanup.
All right. Yeah. It's usually always really good, you know, and everybody always contributes a lot. So it should be okay, you know, with everybody.
Tomorrow I can send you over who has RSVP'd. Yes, I think we're just over like 20 people. And obviously the people who work in Stamford are going to be there anyway. So it'll be more than, you know, 20 people. But, you know, when I, like this morning, I ended up emailing a few people that I noticed hadn't clicked open the Evite for the gala and said like, hey, you're going to make it tonight. If you can't make it in person in Ridgefield, hey, just a quick reminder, it's on Zoom. One person was like, oh, I didn't even see it. Oh, I just found it. Thanks for, you know, letting me know. I'll see you tonight. Chris Grass, actually. He was like, I didn't even see it, but I just searched it up and now I found it. So I'll see you at 6:30. You know, so I think sometimes just reaching out to like your core group of people, because I know you were super involved with the social aspect of the office, you know, in the past as well. You know, 4 or 5 people, you know, I think, you know, everyone always chips in. So I don't think there's going to be an issue.
And you know what, Debbie, I again, this is like new for a lot of people, but I know back in the day, it would be plastered all over the office, you know, the sign-in sheet. And so I have asked all the market centers to have a sign-in sheet at the front desk and for those to be inputted into the Punch Bowl app. And I've also asked everybody to plaster that invitation all over. So I think it's just until we get used to this stuff, we might have to just remind, you know, Marlon and Marty and Shai to like do that. And maybe we could help, because I think it's just an all hands on deck right now while we're all waking up to this, oh, we're going to be social again piece. Yeah. Because we've lost that muscle of like, you know,
so they never saw that before, but with that suggestion, Shai did print that out 6 or 7 times and it is in Ridgefield, like literally every corner that you turn, she kind of put it there so that everybody is kind of gently reminded about it.
Because really a big focus for me is to get people back into the offices, right? In their comfort level, in their way. But when there's an exciting, like, oh my God, there's a thing, you want people to come in and go, I don't want to miss anything, right? We've gotten out of the habit of coming into the office because there's nothing going on in the office, but things are going to start happening in the offices, which is great.
Yeah, and just FYI, a lot of people sometimes don't even RSVP and just show up. Yeah. So sometimes if there's 20, maybe 30 at the end, it's just from my past experience, everything always fall into place, but people don't respond to email. They don't open it. They don't read it. So it always ends up good, but you know, we shouldn't worry about it. It just happens.
Especially when the reminder goes out the day of.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, there's a party, I'm coming. And I think as long as everybody brings something that there's enough to go around, then it's a great time. Honestly, we make our own fun.
Everybody has cabin fever now and they just want to get out. So it's gonna be all good. Yeah.
Yes, Michelle.
Selfishly, I know, I'm sorry, but I'm a big texter and I do lose the emails, and I've had good success with like events I've done lately with putting the flyer on a website. It doesn't really matter where. You don't even have to show it on your website. You can have it hidden. And then just putting that link in the text with a short amount of verbiage I just feel like people are on their phones. Like you're going to get them if it comes up and says, you know, reminder, social committee tonight, click here. And then they click on it and it brings you to a web page, and then it allows you to put the flyer and then put any additional links you need, like sign up here, and you just put it in. I just did that for my cooking class this weekend. It was better than the email. The email, I didn't have good luck with it.
Michelle, give me an example of a website that you put the flyer there.
So if you go to Michelle Sperry Home, I'll give you an example. But if you go to Michelle Sperry Home, at the top, I created pull downs and it says events. So like, I mean, I can put it on mine and I can put it so you can't see it, or I can put it so you can see it. It doesn't matter to me. It takes 2 seconds. And you click on the event, you'll see my cooking flyer. And above it, it'll say sign up here. And then that's just the link to the Google sign in. And then all you have to do is take that URL code and copy and paste it, and they give you a short version of it, and then you stick it in a text with a little word ahead of it. Yeah, I just think the other stuff gets, you know, it can get lost. And I didn't realize in Command that it doesn't track emails unless you make it, I forget which one it is, but whichever one it is, I made it the other one. So then I didn't know that people did or didn't open it because I didn't make it the right one. Sorry.
I had another idea. So maybe like have a landing page and send everyone out the link and turn that link into a QR code, and then just make it as our home screen. So all of us who are in office or go to the office, talk to other agents about it. And it's like, hey, we have a XYZ event coming up soon, and here you can sign up. And that way, when you're in person having a conversation with them, you just show them your phone and they could scan it off there, go on the landing page and sign up or something like that.
Right, do we know? Marlon, chime in. Are you listening to us? You may not be. I wonder if Eva.
Great idea, John.
Yeah, we'll look into that.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
When you do an Eventbrite, is there a QR code that goes with that?
You can turn any link into a QR code. It doesn't have to be like Eventbrite specific. Yeah, there's a website called Flow Code, and you could just type in, copy and paste any URL, and it'll generate a QR code for it.
Okay. All right, perfect. Food for thought.
Awesome, guys. Anything else? We appreciate you, and we're super excited for your excitement. And really, don't be shy. If you guys think of something in between, or like, oh my God, I woke up and we should do this. Like, just jump out there and just let us know, and we're going to make it happen. Lisa Lee just said to me, she sells clean crafted wines with Scout and Cellar. So she wants to do a chocolate pairing event with that. And her wines are fabulous, and she's a great hostess, and that would be a super fun thing to do. So, you know, like what we also want to do is like Christian Armand is an artist. Like we want to like really like bring in people's talents. And I know we have a musician in our, you know, in our agent.
Dave Harris.
You know, so like if we know he's playing, we could put that on the page and then go support him. So look, it's about supporting our community and having fun while we're doing it, really. And raising money.
You wanted to add?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the CTRIA. It's the Connecticut Real Estate Investors Association, but make no mistake, it's more than just investors. I've been very active for years in it, and a lot of different types of real estate professionals go. And we're gonna start having their meetings in our office in Stamford. I just hosted the co-owner, Ed Matthews, I'm very close with the other day, and he loved the space. That could be huge for us to really I want to really brand ourselves a hub for something like that. And there's gonna be a lot of marketing from them that you know, Ed will do. And I'm sure that he'd be willing to kind of allow us to promote, you know, little things to his list as well in the area. I just did a podcast with him about an hour ago. He's a really big time guy. So stay tuned. That the first one, I got to confirm with availabilities. Rick's already blessed it, but the 22nd of this month is going to be the first one. So I've got big plans to kind of, I'll talk to you all obviously about that.
Yeah. So let us know how that would fit in with like, you know, you want the whole agent population? Is it an invite only? You know, what does that look like?
They're open to make it as big as possible. So agents, investors, a lot of times they'll have, you know, anyone from hard money, regular conventional you name it in real estate, they're all welcome. And it's great community. Typically they have a pretty notable speaker relevant to real estate on there. And again, selfishly, we could probably inject some of our people, you know, to speak. You know, the podcast I just did, the Connecticut RIA podcast that they just interviewed me on, that's going to be posted, you know, in a couple of weeks. So cool. For more details on that, but that's a great platform because they're pretty well established. They typically get about 100, 150 people at their events up in Rocky Hill. They've sort of do a little bit in Bridgeport, but I convinced them to kind of come down here instead of Bridgeport. So I'm sure we could fill that room in the Stanford office.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. And Michelle, did you say something about like self-defense or something? Was that you?
But yes, I want to do the self-defense classes once a quarter. We were going to try and do it as soon as January, but I've decided I want to include a police officer, you know, to be able to show up. So I need to work out and flesh out some more of the details to make the event really tight. Cause there's outfits out there that do these events. And I have somebody who I want to do the first one, but I want to make sure I can give like tangible materials. So yes, to self-defense, I'm wanted to do it once a quarter. Maybe this year I'll shoot for twice, but until the mask mandate is lifted a little bit more inside, I don't want people breathing into, I personally will not go to something where I have to breathe into it, but that's for sure, the self-defense. Oh, and I forgot also, I don't know, I'm sorry, can I say one more thing? You want me to unmute myself? Self-defense is a yes. Those will be in Westport. I already spoke to Steve about hosting them there. And the idea would be to use it as an opportunity to bring other brokers and then eventually clients. And we could do one that's sort of broker, you know, really brokers, because it's self-defense for us when we're going to do these open houses. And I personally am nervous about it. But the other thing I forgot is I'm a part of this business women's group, and I'm hosting for the group in March on a Sunday morning. So I just wanted to make you aware of it. I mean, I'll be there kind of, you know, but I'm letting you know that I'm doing it. It'll be women business owners and, you know, just trying to get them to see the Keller Williams offices.
Cool. Do you have the date for that?
I do, but I don't know where it is. I just don't have it. Say it again.
6, 13, 20, or 27.
I think it's the 20th. It's a Sunday morning. Is that a 20th?
Yeah, I gave you all the Sundays in March.
Yeah, I think it's the 20th.
Okay, perfect. Because I'm doing a gala meeting on the 13th, so I just wanted to make sure it didn't coincide with the same date.
On the Sunday morning?
No, Sunday from 2 to 5, but on the 13th.
Okay. No, this is 9:30. They do them in the morning, 9:30 to 11.
Awesome.
So guys, next month, the end of the month, let's start thinking about Red Day. I know there's a soup kitchen. Debbie's had great success within the past in Stanford. Like, let's really start thinking about having an awesome Red Day. So maybe we could bring our ideas next month. We have to wrap right now because Ignite's starting in 7 minutes. I just want to let Rick in the room. But yay, super excited first meeting. Yeah.
Ignite starts at 4:30 PS.
Oh, I'm sorry. Marlon I thought okay, my fault. Never mind.
Usually 6, but today Rick is doing CE classes, so it's starting at 4:30 today.
Oh, okay, good.
So, can I ask one quick question then? Really quick? Yeah. So I'm still kind of relatively new. What is Red Day?
Yeah, Red Day is Keller Williams' Day of Giving Back for our community, and our office is literally shut down. The staff and all agents, we all wear a new Red Day shirt. And like last year, we did gardening at a house that hosted special needs children. And we also have planted at the schools in different towns and the soup kitchen. There's a Circle of Care, which is an amazing organization that helps families with special needs. So it's really identifying special areas in our community that really need help and hands-on help. And so it's an awesome day to give back.
A group of people did like landscaping and leaf cleanup for the elderly. You know, that the ability to get out there and kind of do that really nice deep spring cleanup as well. So again, it changes every year, John. So if there's somebody within our KW community that has some sort of outreach program that's like near and dear to their heart, I think, you know, the the management of the offices are really open to do, you know, something that people within the office are super passionate about and that have supported in the past. And they will usually put out a list. My guess is usually at the beginning of April to say, hey, like, here's the 4 places, or here's the 5 places, and this is how many agents we need. So sign up and let us know like what you want to do that day. But it's all of Keller Williams. So 180,000 agents across the world, all on, I think isn't it usually the 14th, May 14th?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Everybody all over, you know, the United States, doors locked, and everyone goes out and just helps the community.
It's awesome. I've done it every year. I encourage everybody to just put that in the calendar and just know that you're off that day, but you're on because you're helping others. And it's obviously great for social media. We take tons of pictures and we're all together, Keller Williams. And then there's always a happy hour at the end of the day. It's a really an amazing event.
All right. Anybody else? Well, that was fantastic. All of you. Thank you for being here. There was like 20 of us that stayed on for the full hour.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're super excited.
A whole bunch tonight too, so I'm super excited. Woo! I got my check ready.
Oh my
written
gosh,
out for $1,000 to KW Cares.
I
just picked it up yesterday so that we can take a picture with it later, so I can start manifesting all of the money and the donations coming. So we're really super excited. So I've got lots of fun stuff to share later tonight. So thank you guys all for coming later too.
Yay. All right, guys. We'll see you later tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.